How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're checking out a Bill Ferny deck, and we will keep this. The reason we're checking out a Bill Ferny deck is he just doesn't have a lot of commander support, and the anthologies came out today, and there's a particular card in the color blue that I want to play around with a little bit. So, Bill Ferny, because his tribal aspect doesn't really have enough support to make a viable deck, I threw him in a control shell because he's the right color for a particular card I want to play with. Up against Aragon the Uniter, so this is a flavorful matchup, if anything. Hopefully it's blue. If it's blue, we can still counter it, whatever they're going to cast. Midnight Clock for the win. Yeah, so the card I want to try out is a card that I know is probably going to be good. And that is, the name of this game, Cyclonic Rift. That's right, Cyclonic Rift. No. I think I just pass. I should have just let it inner tapped, and then I wouldn't have had the dilemma of whether or not to play the Coldsteel Heart. But you draw the Coldsteel Heart first, too. That would have been fine. I guess I'll just draw one, because I don't really care about the Weathertop Treaty. I was hoping to find a land. We are a little low. A little tiny bit low. Yeah, so I know that Cyclonic Rift is probably pretty good. River's Rebuke, 6 mana. Return all non-land permanents your opponent controls to their hand at sorcery speed is really good in the format, right? Like, in Historic Brawl, it's one of the best things you can be doing in blue. And Cyclonic Rift is just that, but I still can't cast anything. Darn. It's just that, but 1 mana more expensive, more flexible, and instant speed. No. No card advantage for the Aragon player. Would be bad if they got up to something. I just can't afford to. Can I afford to not ramp? Because I've been sitting on 4 mana for like 3 turns. I could play Coldsteel Heart and go up to 5, but nothing in my hand really screams I need 5 mana, right? It will let me hold up Ertai's Scorn and cast my commander in 1 turn, but my commander is blocked by a 1/1 anyway, so my Nyx is ambitious at the moment. I think it will counter it. Part of the reason is because if I let the clock go from 1 a turn to 5 a turn, that's pretty bad. It also means if I don't draw a counterspell, I don't have to worry about not ramping. Blue, then we'll get down Bill Ferny. This means Aragon comes down, and I have probably something to cast with it, but we can Whelming Wave to possibly get through it, right? Unsummon. I'll take it a hand. I don't know why they were so intimidated by Bill Ferny. He is a suave-looking guy. Like, the Bill Ferny in the books probably is not supposed to look like that, but whatever, man. Whatever. 2. Cool stuff. You looked at the top 2 cards of their library, found a land. Very neat stuff. Very neat indeed. Whelming Wave? Bill Ferny. We're up to 6 mana, so that is a definitive turn in the right direction. Don't want to play Kumana's Awakening until I have Root. Until I have the mana to support it. Telrand. And Icarmoon Gauntlet. Telrand will probably just be a blocker. We're up to 7 mana. We're trending in the right direction. Although one white spell could just ruin our trend pretty quickly. We're up to 8 mana. And there's a white spell. And it just happens to be white, red, and green. A very annoying color combination. Which means our portal doesn't save us. We need Rebuke. Didn't do it. Let's cycle for 2. Maybe we find it. Cancel. Just cycle X0. No, we didn't find it. One more. We can still hit Consuming Tide. Didn't have it in us. Yeah, so my plan going forward is to look at the 2 cards that I'm most worried about from the anthologies, because I don't think these anthologies are going to make that big of an impact. They added a couple of really cool cards, but like the 3 commanders added are not what I'm looking for. You got an Omnath. Omnath is always cool, but we have better landfall commanders. Or just more consistent landfall commanders, I suppose. Or it might just be oversaturation of red-green landfall commanders. Because we have at least 3, and that's with the new Omnath coming in, and he's a little bit expensive. We have an Obsidat. Obsidat is fun. Mana efficiency has just kind of left it behind in a bit. And then you have Voice of Resurgent, which is really, really mana efficient for what it is, but it also doesn't really scream anything. Like, you could probably make a reasonable green-white token deck around it, but I'm not extremely worried about it. Cyclonic Rift I am worried about, because it's a notoriously obnoxious card. And you can just recurse it a bunch and just kind of keep the game going forever, which River Rebuke was already doing. So I was a little hesitant to see a second version of that, but like a better version of that being put into the format. We won't talk about the other card yet because we'll do that either tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna slot in the gag deck, somewhere in there too. But I've had a lot of days to actually think about this because, oh goodness, what am I gonna do? Relic of Legends? Our opponent seems to be mana screwed, so if we can get a mana advantage, and then commits basically a counterspell for things that have already landed, right? So, yeah, but there was roof work being done, and as a result, recording was impossible. Uh-huh. We'll wait until our opponent's turn. See what they do. Yes, I had like 3 or 4 days where it was just difficult to do a recording. Like, I got through it, but... It did leave me some time to think out some upcoming strategies, and it gave me time for historic and explorer anthologies to come out. God, tripping over my words there. Which they both came out, and they both didn't, Ew. Guess we wait to counter the Orvo. If we need to. That's a big boy, man. Like, that's a big boy. Hey, do you have 3 mana upon it? You don't. Oh, well, that's sad. Gonna kill my search for Iskanta. Players really do like artifact and enchantment removal. Like, Return to Nature feels like a card that should not be put into decks, but it is routinely. We are dying to an Orin Refuse. We have to figure out a way to get rid of that thing before it kills us. I would say I am critiquing my opponent's deck building that is literally murdering me, so I guess I'm not really that reliable of a source. Stifle. Feels bad, man, but might be a necessary evil. Opponent? I'm just dead. I thought I had a land drop, but I guess I didn't. Rough, bro. Rough. So we actually found the Cyclonic Rift. We just didn't get a chance to use it yet. I hope that the next card we get to use, because it's a bit of a well-known card that is really powerful, but I don't know if in context it actually has any particular power. I think we'll keep this. Locus of Rage probably does not like Confounding Conundrum. Just seems like something he would not be into. Yeah, opponent. I know it feels bad though, doesn't it? I guess I'm gonna go into this. That way we go up to 5 mana next turn. What we're really looking for is a Cyclonic Rift. I guess I just solve for River's Rebuke, or do I get card draw? I don't really have any mana to cast anything, so I guess Backup Rift is probably the best call. I imagine they have to ramp. Like, that is not really optional in the landfall deck. Neat stuff, opponent. Have you considered not doing that? Maybe we can get down to Jin-Cataxias before we have to overload the Rift. I mean, Magic Mirror is just good card draw. So, I'll keep it. Feels pretty good with Jin-Cataxias on the back. That's only 4 mana. I can't do anything other than Supreme Will. Feels bad, man. I could have just rifted it, but like untapped Rift. Oh, that one. Opponent was going to draw a card either way, so we prevented further treasures from being made. One of the questions that I failed to answer while I was building this deck is, how do I win? And I don't know if there's an answer for that. Maybe Jin-Cataxias just beats. Like, I have a Portal to Phyrexia. That's a win condition, right? Like, I don't see how that couldn't be considered a win condition. You underestimate the love of my commander. Dude was mean to a horse. Like, he's not cool. You don't target with it. Did not know that. Yeah, I think beats is just the plan, man. I'll take me one of them. Gadrick's cool. And then we can X2. Only 2. Our opponent has given up. I do not blame them. They got rebuked and rifted. That's pretty rough. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time around. Bye for now.